Not only is Beyoncé in control, she's making history again. Hey guys, download the TYT app so you can get all of our shows and exclusive content. Super cool stuff, right? Download at tyt.com/app. Beyoncé has been given unheard of creative control over the September issue cover of Vogue magazine. Now we all know that that is like the most important publication and edition to come out all year long. In addition to Beyoncé having the cover, she's also sharing the wealth by tapping a young photographer named Tyler Mitchell, who's 23 years old, to be the first Black photographer to capture imagery for the publication. This is major. This is major because one, like I said, that publication is probably the most heralded and most bought publication in all of fashion publication. And two, what Beyonce's doing is completely taking control of a narrative that needs to be said.
I know.
What do you think, Daron?
I think it's so incredible, and I actually can't believe that in the over 100-something year history that there's been no African American photographer.
Right.
That speaks volumes to the publication. First of all, no shade, well, kind of, but I'm happy that she's using her influence for something like this, because this is going to open so many doors, not only for this photographer, but hopefully for other minority photographers, that are trying to make it big in that industry.
Right. It's been 126 years that Vogue has been in existence, and they've never had a Black photographer at all shoot the cover. They've had Black photographers add imagery within the contents of the publication.
And doesn't she get to write the captions and pretty much do everything from cover to end?
My understanding is that there's not even an interview portion. She's actually writing everything out, right?
Right, absolutely.
So
just the cover.
Sorry guys, I prepared a lot for this one.
Well, we have the receipts.
But so can Ellen, just to clarify, so it's the cover. There's nothing else inside of it that she also has control over.
Well, so what she does have control over is this. According to Huffington Post, the publication is contractually obligated to give Beyoncé full control not only over the cover, but the photos of her inside the magazine and the captions, which she has written herself in long form. So so Hasan, a great point that she's not giving an interview though, because she was also on the cover back in 2015 and refused to give an interview as well.
That's interesting. I wonder why. What do you think, Jason? You're the Beyonce expert.
You are.
Okay,
let us know,
why won't she give an interview to Vogue?
Me and Brooke Thomas had an argument about this yesterday. Because I think, I've gone on record saying that I feel like sometimes Beyonce, sorry Beehive, is a little arrogant. She comes across a little untouchable, and that's not in a bad sense. She's just
dare you?
I know. I'm
the
dead on sight. But she's fiercely private. And when me and Brooke were talking, Brooke had said, Jason, Beyoncé owes us nothing. She gives us everything through her work and through her music. Brooke went in. The text message was like, whoa. But she does have a point, and she lets her music and the art speak for itself.
Yeah, and I think when you're a celebrity that big, you have to take these kind of, not precautions, but just steps so that your private life actually stays private.
Right. Well, also, a source close to the deal told Huffington Post that Anna Wintour, the editor-in-chief, who is also fiercely protective over the publication, has always exerted complete control over the fashion Bible, including selecting the outfits worn by cover models. Cover subjects are usually given little to no say in the photos and are sent the cover in the week ahead of publication. So
when is she gonna have time to do all this? She's had an incredibly busy year.
And has 2 twins.
Has 2 twins. She has a lot of help.
You mean Beyonce?
Yeah.
Dude, go hard or go home. This is what it's
constantly
working. She took the Coachella if you want to understand the mindset of Beyonce when she's doing something outside of the box, look at her Coachella performance.
I was there.
In the aftermath, coming out of a pregnancy, you just completely choreographed 2 different performances that are there was an hour long of dance routines. It's just beyond
what I love about it is because she was supposed to perform last year at Coachella, right? And then she bowed out at the last minute, so people were upset. That's the best thing that could have happened. Because she came back harder than ever this year.
Yeah, good things come to those who wait. Beyonce works so hard, I would imagine, because she's been bred for this. Same thing, okay, not to liken Beyonce to Britney Spears. However, when at the height of Britney Spears, Britney was pumping out album after
doubling
album
down
after
on
album.
your anti-Beyonce BS.
No, I'm just saying the work ethic of Beyonce rivals that of Madonna and even Prince, and Rihanna too, because Rihanna has pumped out album after album through the early 2000s all the way up into 2012.
I would argue that her work ethic is at the pinnacle of any any other star in pop history.
Right. Yeah, agreed. Speaking of Rihanna, though, Rihanna's also going to grace the cover of British Vogue in September, and the editor-in-chief, Editor-In-Cheif, who's also a person of color, has said that this is a fantastic time for her to be on the cover, and he always knew it would be her. I think this is a great time in fashion because look, we have Virgil Abloh, who is smashing it for Louis Vuitton. We have this Tyler Mitchell, who's a young visionary that's giving his gaze of what Black beauty and what Black culture is to such a mainstream, I hate to say it, kind of biased and racially insensitive or racially prejudiced, if you will. I know it's such a strong word, but publication as Vogue, because in the past they really haven't featured that many people of color on the cover. So this is just hopefully the start of something that's revolutionary within fashion.
Yeah, I love whenever Rihanna does any magazine. I think she looks amazing, but especially when she does things that are. I don't even know. Just like Vogue itself, I feel like sort of transforms whoever the model is. But you can still see Rihanna and her personality and just like her touch when she models. And just the fact that she's that good of a model is incredible to me.
I think it's, Daron, it is incredible. I think you make a great point there. And I also think it's indicative of how important it is for stars to be able to put their stamp on things, because like Anna Wintour has such a strong reign on what happens, and sometimes you have to let go to let things grow. There's been rumors that Anna Wintour is going to be leaving Vogue, and Condé Nast has said, who's the publisher of Vogue, nope, those are fake news. That's not happening. Anna Wintour and her bob and her super dark eyeglasses are here to stay. Yeah. Do you buy the September issue, Daron? Because I know you're huge into fashion.
I'm into fashion. I'm not that into fashion, mainly because most of the things they put in those magazines don't fit my thighs. So it's like, why?
Hasan, I mean, you're in a fashion too.
No, I was gonna say same with the thigh thing. Like it doesn't fit, so I don't wear it. No, I mean I don't really care about that. I don't really care about Vogue that much. I probably look at more contemporary stuff, and like you mentioned, I have my favorites in the realm of fashion, and definitely people of color have been making a huge impact, taking contemporary fashion to new to different levels. Like Dolce & Gabbana is experimenting with tracksuits now, and all of these like more athleisure wear styles. These massive shops, like these massive fashion houses with hundreds of years of history, are now experimenting with fashion trends that people of color have been spearheading for a while, and that's great.
And hopefully they get credit for it this time around.
They are, yes,
and that's what I do see, and like that makes me happy.
Right, cool. Well, I will be definitely picking up this issue. It's super expensive. The Vogue is like $6 to buy, I think now. This
really?
$6
it's in
an
this
issue?
economy.
God, bro.